I think I got a bite.
With studios in Louisiana and Bowling Green, this is Eagle 102 KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. Area high school football is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the field for high school football on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good evening and welcome to week 2 of high school football in the state of Missouri. Mark Froelich, Jim Ross at Montgomery County High School tonight for week 2 action as the Louisiana Bulldogs go on the road for the first time. They're 0-1 on the season to take on the 1-0 Montgomery County Wildcats. And not only are we on the road, but we're in enemy territory. Ross, we're out here in the bleachers on the Montgomery County side, and, well, they've been nice so far.
So far, so good. Yeah, as long as it stays dry. If they can do a no rain dance, it'd be okay with us.
Yeah, and, you know, we had about 8 drops a little while ago, but we're under a tent, so I guess we're going to be all right here.
Well, we'll find out, right?
The tent could blow away at any second. That's for sure, but we're getting lineup changes as we go on the air, or at least number changes from Coach Scott Krager and the Montgomery County Wildcats, and you can make that adjustment.
Yeah, you can do your handy notations, and I'll copy off of you.
Bad thing is I already had that one. We're about a half hour to go from game time here as Louisiana. Boy, I love these uniforms.
Ooh, they do look good, don't they?
Yeah, I love that. The Louisiana red paint and the stripes on the shoulders on those white jerseys. The home ones look sharp too, but there's just something classic, almost Alabama-esque about these road uniforms.
Yeah, and I guess they probably have white pants, do you think?
For home?
They could go all white if they wanted. I don't know. We weren't there last week, so we don't know the answer to that question. But, yeah, they've got new uniforms, and they look nice. Now they need to see if they can step the play up to match the attire.
That would be nice. And last week they were shut out at home against a pretty good North Callaway team, maybe one of the top 3 teams in the AMO Conference. At least that's what Adam Falloon is thinking. It's Bowling Green, and then you go down a level to Montgomery and North Callaway.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I'd see it too. Montgomery County defeated Herman last week 31-16, which on the surface seems like a pretty good win because Herman usually is pretty good, but Coach Falloon said they might be down a little bit, and they fumbled it 8 times, Herman did.
Whew.
And so Montgomery actually a little disappointed that they only scored 31 points off of 8 turnovers.
Yeah.
So maybe the offense didn't click like they'd hoped, but defensively they obviously played pretty well.
And we'll talk about Mr. Zernewski and the Montgomery County offense when we start the pregame show for you next here on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Bank of Louisiana ensures their customers are always in the know when it comes to their banking. Bank of Louisiana's top-of-the-line mobile banking service allows you to check account balances, review your account history, transfer funds. Plus, you can pay your bills all on one app. Call Bank of Louisiana for more information or visit bola.cc.
Hyde County, Missouri Health Department is accepting appointments for upcoming COVID vaccination clinics. Appointments can be made online at www.hydecountyhealth.org or by calling our office at 573-324-2111. These will be on a first-come, first-served basis. Stay up to date with more clinics by subscribing to our PCHD e-news. If you do not have internet access, please call our office and ask how we can help you stay informed.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show. Sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Welcome back. Getting ready for week 2. Louisiana on the road at Montgomery County tonight. And Jim, this was a Louisiana team that had a little trouble with turnovers last week, and a Montgomery County team that loved the turnover. And you mentioned in the open that they picked up 8 fumbles, or recovered 8 fumbles, and Louisiana had a little trouble with the interception in week 1.
Yeah, they had a scoop and score as well, did Montgomery County. So they're an opportunistic defense, it would seem. So Louisiana's going to have to take care of the football. They'll have a new starting quarterback this week.
Ethan Harrison, the sophomore,
in the lineup, and Ethan's more of a run-before-pass quarterback. So we'll see if how much they want to put it in the air, and if Montgomery County can stop them on the ground. On offense, though, Montgomery County they've got some firepower. We've talked about Adam Zunerski's brother at length last year when they played at Montgomery. When Montgomery played at Bowling Green, ended up being the Division II Player of the Year at Central Missouri State, or University of Central Missouri, I guess as they call it now. And so Adam trying to follow in his footsteps, and he had a big offensive week last night, 119 yards through the air with a touchdown and 149 yards on the ground, and he ran for 2 touchdowns as well. So he was pretty much the offense for Montgomery County, so I'm guessing that Louisiana will be keying on him, as most everybody will this year when they play the Wildcats.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a spy on a player like Zarnewski.
Right. Well, Hutchinson, the running back, he was a good runner last year, and didn't really carry the ball that much last week. I think he rushed for under 20 yards, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And so they may try and get him in the mix a little bit offensively. You can't rely on just the quarterback drop back and pass or quarterback run. They run out of the spread most of the time, so that's what you're going to see. But and this game could go on for a while if they want to put it up, because Louisiana likes to run out of the spread too. We'll see if they have to change that up a little bit with Harrison at quarterback.
They're doing senior night here on during the home opener at Montgomery, kind of still in that COVID mindset. Just want to get the recognitions out of the way early in the season in case there's something that goes a little bit haywire along further down the road. But they're very regimented. I've got a minute-by-minute pregame schedule here that Coach Falloon gave me. So I'm thinking this thing is going to go off right on time with the kickoff right at 7 o'clock, because I believe in Adam Falloon.
Well, we talked about it a little bit at the softball game last night. COVID's hitting already. In the St. Louis area, a couple schools have lost games. Mark Twain actually lost a game. I don't know if that was COVID-related, because I think they were playing a homeschool team, actually.
And that's actually, they did pick up an opponent, and they're going to be traveling tomorrow, yeah.
Lexington, the Minutemen. There's one of the better names for you.
There you go.
About halfway between Columbia and Kansas City. I think actually you may go straight up 13. If you turn left, you end up in Warrensburg. You turn right, you end up in Lexington, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, they've historically had a good football program over the years there. And so it's interesting how people have been able to find games, even last year at the last minute when a COVID situation hits, midweek. Then they're able to put out an SOS on Facebook and whatever other modes of communication the ADs have, and find games. So, and interestingly enough, there are still 2 or 3 teams, and I think Montgomery County is one of them. Louisiana's one of them. North Callaway haven't found a replacement for the Clopton game that was unfortunately dropped late in the summer. So,
and I think maybe those last minute is kind of how those things will shake out. When someone all of a sudden needs an opponent because of COVID, then I'm sure some of these local teams that have an opening in their schedule will be more than happy to oblige.
Yeah, and it's interesting. A lot of the schools have adjusted their schedules to try and cut down travel as much as they can, in the non-conference schedule. But when it comes to needing a game, on Wednesday, we'll go anywhere.
Exactly.
We just want a game.
Those are an overview of what's going on so far this season. We'll take a break, come back, look a little further in depth into this one with our keys to the game after this on KJFM.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And you mentioned it right off the bat, Louisiana has to take care of the football tonight. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If they lose the turnover battle, this is going to be a very quick second half.
Yeah, no question about it. And looking at Montgomery, they're big. They've got size up front. Louisiana's not very big. Everybody they face this year, they're going to be undersized. Up on the line, with the exception of Ryan Capps. He can probably match up with about anybody around.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they've got to take care of the football. They've got to get some yardage on first downs. They can't be behind the chains and be forced into a passing situation. And then defensively, again, we don't really know what Montgomery's going to do. We know they can throw it. We know that Zanussi can run it. Can Logan Hutchinson, rekindle his junior season from last year, and that will be left to be seen.
Yeah, the junior Travis Hill will actually be the starting running back tonight. So I'm not sure if that's a split time type thing, or if he's going to be the featured back this year for Coach Kleekamp's Montgomery County Wildcats. But
we'll find out momentarily, that's for sure.
Senior night festivities here at Montgomery County look like they're about to get underway. We've got about 18 minutes before kickoff. Those are our keys to the game. We'll check the starting lineups and more as we continue the Eagle 102 pregame show.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Correction. Mother's Night, not Senior Night.
Yeah, when we talked about it being Senior Night, I saw them lining up. I'm like, holy smokes, they got a lot of seniors.
Yeah.
But it's Mother's Night.
Look at the top. It says Senior Night, and then it says Mother's Night down below.
You said you've got all the confidence in the world in Adam Flynn. You need to point that out to him after the game's over with.
I hope he's not in the concession stand right now. They're watching
he
our
might
broadcast.
Be because all the mothers are out here, so there's nobody working in the concession stand right now.
All right, let's take a look at our starters. First for the Montgomery County Wildcats. They're starting defense, and, of course, they're coached by John Kleekamp, assisted by Dustin Dyer, Justin Graves, Scott Krager, Sam Turner, Joe Basinger, and Cody Hayescamp. And they'll send out a sophomore corner, number 2, Jaser Brower. Also at corner for Montgomery County is a senior, number 23, Keenan James. The safeties, junior, number 10, Travis Hill, and number 44, a sophomore, Mason Liu. The linebackers, number 4, a senior, Drake Smith, and number 16, a junior, Matt Clark. Also at linebacker, number 26, a senior, Ty Liu, and number 45, senior Thomas Kleekamp, and one more linebacker listed. They only list 2 on the line, so I'm guessing there'll be some interesting formations. A sophomore linebacker, number 74, James Pollard, and then the DTs, senior number 56, Blake LeBrier, and number 66, Levi Larkin. He's a junior. So those are your defensive starters for the Montgomery County Wildcats.
Go with that 2-5 defense.
Is that what?
2-5-4.
Yeah,
that'd be a new one.
Yeah, for sure. And for the Louisiana Bulldogs, on offense, they'll start it at quarterback with the sophomore, number 13, Ethan Harrison. At running back, a junior, number 17, Wyatt Harrison. Wide receivers, a senior, number 2, Mason Washington. Number 6, a senior, Quincy Hutt at wideout. And number 14, Alex Zirwa. He's a sophomore. I'm going to have trouble with that name tonight. Senior, also at wide receiver, number 20, Will Shepard. The left guard is freshman, number 55, Ben Nachula. Junior at left tackle, number 77, Siler Felderworth. The center is a senior, number 54, Russell Price. Right tackle is number 7, a junior. I think he changed his number up tonight. We'll have to catch that, Sheldon Sylvie. And at right guard, number 56, senior Ryan Camp. So those are your offensive starters for the Louisiana Bulldogs. Bulldogs are coached by Greg Pitcher, assisted by Tommy Fowler, Dustin Green, Jamie Saw, Joe Calhoun, and Matt Smith. Louisiana 0-1 on the season, and Montgomery is 1-0 in the latest campaign here. And this is their home opener and apparently Mother's Night.
Yeah, Montgomery was a conference win for them. Or, I'm sorry, Louisiana's was a conference loss while Montgomery played a non-conference game. So, and then, of course, the big matchup next week, Montgomery and Bowling Green will square off a little earlier than normal, if I remember right. I thought that game was about 3/4 of the way through the season last year, if my memory serves me right. So that'll be an interesting matchup. Of course, other games around the area we'll be keeping track of. Bowling Green is at Palmyra. We've got Marianne there covering that for us. Winfield, Ellsbury, they host Monroe City, another interesting little matchup. Monroe City, number 2 ranked team in Class 1 right now. And then Saturday, 2 games have been moved to Saturday. As Mark mentioned, Mark Twain will travel to Lexington and Van Far and Wright City. For some reason, that game was moved to tomorrow as well. So interesting Saturday games. You don't see a lot of those in our area. Pretty predominant. I wouldn't say predominant. In the city it is. Not so much in the county, but you don't see afternoon games very much around here.
I know when I was in school, our games were on Saturday because we weren't allowed to have the lights on Friday nights because our field was in the middle of a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And that's a problem for a lot of those city schools is they are in the middle of a
You
neighborhood.
see that. If you recall, I think it was Vianney, St. Thomas Vianney, built a new baseball field. And they about 3 years ago, and they had a big controversy about the lights being on because you almost always have baseball games at night. You can't play them in the middle of the afternoon during school. So that was quite an interesting battle.
Well, you remember when Bowling Green softball played John F. Kennedy Catholic High School a couple years ago. That school is no longer open, but we had to stop playing in the middle of extra innings, I believe, because it was too dark.
Oh, and came back the next day and finished it. I do recall that, yeah. Interesting stuff. Another big game tomorrow, Missouri Tigers. Eli Drinkwitz brings the boys to Faroe Field. They'll open up against Central Michigan, an afternoon game, 3 o'clock game. So I'm going to obviously be there. It'll be interesting to see how the Tigers look tomorrow.
Yeah, they're. I think the expectations, the bar's been raised a little bit after what Coach Drinkwitz did last season.
He had a good season. He had a good recruiting class this year, but you got to have 2 or 3 good recruiting classes in a row in the SEC before you're going to be up with the elite in that league. And, of course, the elite in that league just got more elite with Oklahoma and Texas joining. They say it's going to be 2025, but speculation is it won't take that long.
Yeah, that's for sure. So those are our starting lineups and a little bit more. We'll take a break, come back with more of the Eagle 102 pregame show after this.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital, Cellular and Satellite Center, and Abel's Quick Shops.
Another big game here next week as Montgomery will be hosting Bowling Green, 2 of the top 2 teams in the EMO Conference set to do battle early in the season. But tonight we've got the Louisiana Bulldogs here on the road trying to even their record at 1-1, and it's going to take a big effort to do that tonight against this Montgomery County team, which we have said a top team in the EMO.
You know, I'm looking forward to seeing Louisiana. I know last weekend they got inside the red zone 3 or 4 times and came up empty-handed. You know, you score, and that happened particularly early in the game. You know, you score a couple times there, it changes the look of that game and maybe changes the outcome. But when you don't get in, there's a big momentum swing, then you have a turnover. And all of a sudden you look up and you're losing 40-0, and that's exactly what happened to him.
And that was against North Callaway, which is another top team in the conference. You know, it's been since Bowling Green's, state years, I think really turned the tide for this conference as a whole. Montgomery was good before that, but you didn't really, in our area, think of them too much. But when Bowling Green started having their success, that's when football really took over this conference.
Well, it's when we started paying attention to it a lot more, for sure. When Bowling Green was not clicking on all cylinders, and you didn't make football a priority to you, but now that they've been good and they had a little stretch, 3 or 4 years ago, they were down a little bit, but boy, they've turned it around and got a big group of players, and they're not so unlike Montgomery County. Montgomery County's got 14 seniors, so they're thinking this is their year. If they're gonna do something, they've got all the experience back, 9 starters back from last year's club. So they're thinking this is their year to make some noise. However, I think the general consensus from last week is they've got a little ways to go. And they're hoping to make today a step in that right direction.
Especially on the offensive side of the ball. As Louisiana has come back from the locker room, the starters have been introduced here at the Stadium, and it's just about time for the national anthem, so we'll take a break, come back with more after this on KJFM.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MercBK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Follow Area High School Sports on KJFM Radio, brought to you by Young Enterprises, Family Drug, and Brown Smokehouse Meats.
Week 2 football here on KJFM, Louisiana. It's Montgomery County. The anthem has been played, and Montgomery makes their way through the flag line. And every, I think, starter has an American flag. That's a nice thing to see.
Yeah, it is. Isn't it interesting in these small schools, though, how the band numbers have suffered? I mean, Louisiana doesn't have very many band members. You've got 18 in Montgomery County, and of those 18, 8 of them – or 19, I'm sorry, 8 of them were percussion.
Yeah, everyone wants to be in the drum line.
Everybody can play the drums, right? It's a little easier to play the drums than it is to play an instrument, I think.
Well, you got to have rhythm.
Well, it helps to do that, yeah. Well, you got to have rhythm to play anything. Or you at least got to be able to count, right?
I'm going to go ahead and say I play a couple of instruments, or played a couple of instruments. I have no rhythm whatsoever.
You don't?
No.
Well, I played the piano, and if you don't have rhythm, you can't play the piano.
No, that's kind of a, I can do 1, 2, 3, 4. I can play the bass.
That's it?
I can play the bass.
The bass drum?
No, the
bass saxophone.
Bass guitar.
Yeah.
I've been working on it. First time I picked it up in 20 years because Liv's learning electric guitar, so I pulled out the electric bass.
So you're going to have a little band. All you got to do is get April to play the drums in your set, right?
Yeah. I think
Has she got any rhythm?
Yeah, she's got more rhythm than I do. But we're trying to figure out who's going to sing, and it'll probably end up being me because I like to be out front.
Yeah, but you got to be able to sing too.
I am this,
not just in the shower,
spokesman for a generation. Captain's getting ready to head out to the 50-yard line, flip the coin, and see who will kick this game off. We're going to take one final break, come back with action after this on Eagle 102.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102, is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Just about time for action here on KJFM. As the captains are out there, they go over the ground rules, tell everyone to be friends after the whistle.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
That's interesting. That Coach Claycamp comes when he leaves the scrum at midfield. He goes and has his own scrum with the players. Doesn't even pay attention to what's going on with the coin flip.
Really doesn't matter. Louisiana won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so they'll kick off. Montgomery County will get it to start.
And they shake hands, and we'll head to their respective sidelines. Montgomery doing a little sway as the captains come back. And whatever that is.
That's what always happens, especially when you've got a big squad. 39 guys on the roster for Montgomery County.
And Gavin Mendoza crutches himself out of the way. He's a running back, senior running back with a knee injury.
So he's out. I'll scratch him off. Tremaine Chapman's out for Louisiana with an injury. Zach Martin's no longer with the team. Zach, that's not the right name, is it? Zach
Lucas.
Lucas. Zach played with my son.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's no longer with the team either.
Correct. So it'll be Ethan Harrison at the quarterback for the Dogs. And we'll get to see this Montgomery County offense on this first series. By the way, they've got if the statistics don't lie, they've got a heck of a field goal kicker. He had 4 touchbacks last week and kicked a 37-yard field goal against Herman.
You don't see that at all in high school football.
37 yards, pretty good poke for a high school kid.
Uh-huh.
Especially a high school kid out here in the sticks that doesn't specialize in kicking.
And he's a big guy.
Is he?
Yeah. Evan Abercrombie, there he is right there, 51 on the sideline warming up. He by himself there at the 30. Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, he must have a good boot on him.
Speaking of big boys that kick, Ryan Capps.
He'll do the honors for Louisiana. They're in their white jerseys with red pants, red helmets. Montgomery in their home blues, head to toe with a white helmet.
Ball's teed up. 12 minutes are on the clock, and we're ready for football here in week 2 as Camps puts a boot into it and kicks it deep to about the 15-yard line where it's fielded. They come to the near side with it, cuts back up the middle, and all the way to past the 50 to almost the 45-yard line. That was Ty Lou, 26.
41-yard return for Lou and great field position for Montgomery. He kind of weaved his way, took his time, and then finally found an opening and picked up some nice yardage on that kickoff return.
Took it all the way to the Bulldog 47-yard line, and that's where Zarnewski and the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10, and he's throwing on first down, gets Lou on the near side, steps around a tackle across the 40 to the 42-yard or 37-yard line. Gain of 10, very close to a first down.
Well, they haven't given him a first down yet. Looks like he's just a hair shy. We'll call it 10 yards, though. It was 9 feet 9 inches.
So 2nd and inches.
Whatever I'm trying to say. Not 9 feet, 9 yards.
Zarnewski will keep it himself and get across the 35-yard line for the first down. And there's our fresh set.
They'll give him, 3 on the carry? 3 on the carry.
Down to the Louisiana 34, and they're moving it quickly upfield after the nice return and 10-yard catch by Ty Lue. Looked like there was a little movement, no call. Handoff goes up the gut to Travis Hill, and he's met after a gain of about 6 and pushed back. It'll be 2nd and 4.
I'm going to check the mark for you. Looks like they'll give him 5.
Boy, they don't waste any time on offense. Pitch out to Ty Lue. He's across the 20 and then dragged out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 20-yard line, and it's another first down
Just a little
for the Wildcats.
A little out pattern. Didn't go upfield much. Just got him the ball, gave him room to run. Looks like they'll give him 10, another 10. So Montgomery County picking it up in chunks.
And they go to the far side, and that's a drop for Dominic Luttrell.
That little inside screen, tunnel screen, if you will, and he couldn't find the handle.
Stops the clock with 10:53 to go here in the opening quarter. They line up again quickly, no huddle. And a pitch out. And that one's dropped. Picked back up by Luttrell. Makes a move and is knocked down. Travis Hill, rather, that time. Number 10.
Yeah, got something to go to meet and bounce. It bounced right back up in his hands, and they'll give him 11.
And it's first and goal inside the 10-yard line. Make it the 9. Running again. This is Luttrell, and he's met almost immediately by Louisiana, and we'll give a tackle to Brady Shepard.
A wide receiver inside reverse.
Down to 10:20 to go. Second and goal to go from the 8. They move again to the near side. Here's Hill. Steps inside, and he's looking for the goal line, and he's stopped. No, he's in. Touchdown, Travis Hill. And it's 7-0.
9 yards out, and that didn't take long.
10:04 to go here in the opening quarter, and it's 6-0 with the point after to follow. That's why they have a big drum line.
They're loud.
Down below us.
I'm sure somewhere in there is the school fight song.
Yeah. The horns were overpowered. Extra point is up, and plenty of leg on that one. He almost kicked it all the way across the track, and it's 7-0 Montgomery County here with 10:04 to go in the opening quarter. Louisiana will get the ball when we come back on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on the Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
10:04 to go, opening quarter. 7-0 Montgomery County leads Louisiana. Montgomery 1-0 on the season, Louisiana 0-1. They're going to have to tighten up, play a little faster on defense.
Whew, yeah, not much resistance there at all.
Averaged about 10 yards a play, didn't they?
Pretty close. Pretty close.
That was after a decent return by Ty Lue. So Abercrombie, as the camera shakes, if you're watching on our YouTube feed, they get stompy here at Montgomery County. And the kickoff, he's got a leg, doesn't he?
Into the end zone.
Into the end zone and out the back. Touchback for Abercrombie, and Louisiana will take over.
If you're just joining us, we're in the, fourth row from the top of the bleachers, as they've got press box issues and the windows are fogging up, so we wouldn't be able to see out. Kind of helps to see to be able to broadcast.
Exactly, especially if you're doing a simulcast on your YouTube channel.
So let's see what this offense can do.
As Harrison brings the offense onto the field, Ethan has a back with him, and Montgomery almost jumped. They're throwing on first down, and that one skipped in. Intended target on the far side was Mason Washington. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Do that with the nose down that time.
He kind of slings it, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. And in the backfield with him, he's got
Wyatt Harrison.
Wyatt Harrison, yeah.
They go 4 wide receivers, 2 spread to each side, and they'll go to Wyatt on 2nd down, and he'll get about a yard.
Maybe. Not much room straight up the gut that time. Pretty good penetration by the Wildcat defense.
They give him 1 full yard. 9:45 to go here in the opening quarter. 3rd and 9. Ball spotted at the 21-yard line. Ethan Harrison brings the play in from the far side.
A little overcast, but a beautiful night for football.
Keeping those temperatures down.
Yes, it is. Time for that to happen.
3rd and 9 for the Bulldogs. Looking to throw. Second pass attempt. This one's completed his first completion on the far sideline, and running out of bounds out of the backfield is Wyatt Harrison, short of the first down. It's going to bring up 4th.
Little swing pass out of the backfield to Harrison. He'll pick up 6.
Make it 4th and 3. And we'll see what the Bulldogs do here, just outside their 25-yard line.
Got to punt it.
And back to punt.
Ryan Capps, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Goes from the offensive line to punter.
Short punt. Bounces at the 42-yard line and down immediately.
Covered by Washington, and that's where Montgomery County will take over.
So their second offensive series. Scoring on the first. 9:07 to go here in the opening quarter. 7-0 Wildcats.
Yeah, scoring on a just under 2-minute drive.
Mm-hmm.
But it was only a 48-yard drive because the kickoff was run back to the Louisiana 48.
So Zernewski brings the offense onto the field. 1st and 10. And he'll take off himself to the near sideline. Good pursuit by the Bulldogs and brought down right at the 50. Maybe a gain of 8.
His second run of the night. As we told you, he rushed for 149 yards last week against Herman.
Brings up 2nd and 2. From midfield. Inside handoff. They got the first down. Travis Hill with a gain of about 4 and a fresh set for Montgomery.
Hill's been the workhorse so far, his 4th carry of the game. Here in the early going, we haven't quite played 4 minutes yet.
Zernewski drops back. They put a man in motion. That's Ty Lue. He'll get the handoff, and flags come from the far side, and it's a false start against the Wildcats. That'll back him up to 1st and 15.
First penalty of the night for either team.
And it'll take it back across the 50-yard line to their own 49.
The referees
mic'd
got
up.
a mic. That's nice. We'll be able to hear what's going on. Sweet.
And they've got a good sound system here, too. A lot of improvements, but have kept the grass field.
Yeah, kind of interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Here comes pressure from the Bulldogs. They've run back toward that pressure, and they'll get into the clear, and that's going to be another long run for Zernewski. He's inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal for Montgomery County.
Give him, 41 yards on the run that time. So Montgomery County back in business. Just the quarterback keeper around right in. Nobody put a hand on him until he got 30 yards downfield.
Running again. He's in trouble and taken down for a sack. In on it was Russell Price. Also giving pursuit was Wyatt Harrison.
Loss of
about 7.
About 7, yeah.
Be 2nd and goal. Maybe they got a little too fast for their own good on that one. Rolling out. Puts it in the air to the near side, and that one is caught. At the 6-yard line, Ty Lue went up and got it. That gets the yardage back.
Lue on the catch, his 3rd catch. Zernewski 3 for 4 through the air so far.
They go right back to it. And nothing there. It's going to bring up 4th down on a keeper.
One side of the 5 to the other side of the 5. 4th and goal at the 4.
Give him 2 on the carry, but it'll be 4th and goal from just outside the 4-yard line. Obviously, they'll go for it.
4th and goal. Zernuski gets in. A 4-yard run on 4th down. Just ran over the Louisiana line and extends the lead to 13-0.
Yeah, same play. As they ran for the long run, he's very patient in the backfield, waits for his blocking to develop, and then when it does, forced it in over the end line that time for the touchdown.
So they'll bring the kick team on again for the extra point. Something he can do all night long. High snap, kick is up, and it's good.
It's a bullet.
2 for 2.
Bullet that time.
14-0 Montgomery County with 6:23 to go, nearing the midway point of the opening quarter here from Montgomery. Our coverage on KJFM brought to you in part this week by Lynn's Heritage House, PJ Salon, and Northeast Missouri Title Company. Glad you're with us. Take a break, come back with more first quarter action after this on KJFM.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorite water ice, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Bank of Louisiana ensures their customers are always in the know when it comes to their banking. Bank of Louisiana's top-of-the-line mobile banking service allows you to check account balances, view your account history, transfer funds. Plus, you can pay your bills all on one app. Call Bank of Louisiana for more information or visit bola.cc.
The best coverage of high school sports is on KJFM. Brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
14-0 Montgomery County here early. Louisiana needs to find some offense on their second series. They were 3 and out on their first.
Well, they've just put up little or no resistance. The first drive was 3 minutes and 56 seconds, and the second drive was just a shade over 2 minutes. You can't do that. As you mentioned in the pregame, it will make for a short second half if that continues.
So just over 2 minutes, and that was with a 5-yard penalty and a sack.
A sack, yeah.
So they can make up some yardage in a hurry. I believe they fouled both of those losses with big plays.
That they did.
So Abercrombie on to kick it off.
See if he can boot one through the end zone. What you got? I don't think I've seen a high school kicker in our area games we've covered that's been able to kick it into the end zone. Have you? That I can remember.
No.
I mean, and I'm talking about in all the time I've been broadcasting football games.
And we've seen some,
pretty
some
good
big
kickers.
private schools and stuff too.
Right. This kid's got a hammer for a leg.
Let's see if he can put a charge into this one, send it through. Not this time. It's going to be fielded at the goal line by Mason Washington.
And I guess it's a high school rule. If you're in the end zone, it's an automatic touchback.
I guess so, because he was wanting to
he did
take
want
it
to bring
out.
it out. Yep.
He didn't know the rule.
No. So I don't feel so bad.
Owen Niemeyer had an interception. Marcus Starks followed that with a touchdown. 2-point conversion, and the Bobcats lead with 2 minutes left in the first at Palmyra, 8-0.
Good start for the Cats. They lost that game, I believe, 13-0 last year at Bowling Green.
Mm-hmm.
So off to a better start at a really nice new facility in Palmyra.
Harrison and the Dogs, empty backfield this time. 5 wide receivers, including 3 to the far side. They'll come near side with it, and it's caught by Will Shepard. Shepard makes a move and is brought down across the 30-yard line. That's going to be a first down, a gain of, about 12 on the play.
You betcha. Shepard's first catch of the night. And the second completion of the game for Harrison.
And a nice little run after the catch that time by Shepard.
Shepard out of the slot, caught it that time on a little quick pop.
Well, 1st and 10 for Louisiana. Hand off this time to Wyatt Harrison. He sidesteps a man, makes his move upfield, and is brought down just shy of the 40. Nice first down run there.
It was a nice run by Harrison. Picked his way through the defenders, picks up about 6, maybe 7.
Call it 2nd and 4. He could have been caught for no gain there.
Absolutely. A little better blocking up front these first 2 plays in this series.
Right down below us as we're in a tent on the Montgomery County side of the bleachers. On 2nd down, another run for Harrison. He gets about 3 of the 4 he needed. Brought down at the 40. He's going to be about 6 inches short.
Going to leave him 3rd and 1. They may very well be in 4-down territory here. Out's just a nose of the back of the football touching the 40-yard line.
They pipe in crowd noise here. Did you hear that?
I did hear that. They've got a jumbotron above their scoreboard. Let's see if the Dogs can get their first down of the night.
Down 14-0 here as the clock runs with 4:27 to go in the opening quarter. Again, a give for Wyatt. He's got first down yardage and met and brought down just shy of the 50. It's about a 10-yard run.
Actually broke the tackle at the 46 and picks up 9 for the first down.
To the 49-yard line of the Bulldogs. Knocking on the door of midfield here. And they need a little sustained drive here.
That they do. Go with trips to the right this time, single receiver to the left.
On 1st and 10 from their own 49, and a timeout taken by Coach Pitzer with 3:51 to play in the opening quarter. Louisiana trails Montgomery 14-0. Put together a little drive, though, here on Eagle 102.
Pike County, Missouri Health Department is accepting appointments for upcoming COVID vaccination clinics. Appointments can be made online at www.pikecountyhealth.org or by calling our office at 573-324-2111. These will be on a first-come, first-served basis. Stay up to date with more clinics by subscribing to our PCHD e-news. If you do not have internet access, please call our office and ask how we can help you stay informed.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
3:51 to go here in the first quarter from Montgomery County High School. The Wildcats lead your Louisiana Bulldogs 14-0. Already threw a quarter up in Palmyra, with Bowling Green leading the Palmyra Panthers 8-0.
Probably a lot of ground and pound going on at Palmyra.
I don't know if the clock stopped moving the entire opening 8 minutes. Hey, we made it through the first 6 minutes here without a water break.
Right. Well, I think the temperature may be low enough they don't have to have a water break.
That would be nice.
Tonight. Yeah, it would.
So fresh set for Louisiana, 1st and 10 from their own 49.
They're trying to, the Bulldogs, an extended, grind it out, run some clock drive.
Put a man in motion. That's Shepard. The hand is to Harrison, and Wyatt is caught in the backfield and brought back for a loss.
He'll lose about 4 on the carry. Good penetration for the first time, actually, by the defensive line in Montgomery County.
All the way back to the Louisiana 45. Ethan Harrison will bring the play in from the Bulldog sideline. Louisiana didn't end up traveling too bad.
No, they were pretty good.
A little late getting into the bleachers.
Yeah,
but
early on it was like, uh-oh. But, yeah, it's a pretty nice crowd over there for the faithful. I
think there's even some over on this side. Through the hands And incomplete, intended for Quincy Hutt. And the senior couldn't haul it in. It was a little high.
It was. They try and get him the ball on the outside. He's got tremendous speed if they can get him the ball, but that one was a little bit too hot to handle.
That'll make it 3rd and 14 from the Bulldog 45.
Behind the chains here, and that's not a good way to be. Scoreboard says 3rd down, but the down block
there
says,
goes.
Yeah, now they're changing to 3.
Ours said 3rd.
You're keeping up this week, huh?
I'm trying. Shepard in motion to the near side this time. Back to throw is Harrison. He throws behind his intended target, Wyatt Harrison. It'll bring up 4th down and 14.
Tried to swing Harrison out of the backfield that time, and defense was wise to that. And Ethan, fortunately and astutely, threw it away. And so that'll force Louisiana to punt it for the 2nd time. Ryan Capps once again will do the honors.
3:01 to play here in the opening quarter from Montgomery City. Sprawling campus. He gets the kick off.
Good punt that time.
Fielded in the air.
At the
They'll
20.
take it up the gut. That's Travis Hill. Steps through a couple of would-be tacklers and drags the pile all the way down to about the 47-yard line of Montgomery.
27-yard return for Hill. Good punt. Maybe out kicked his coverage a little bit that time.
Montgomery offense 2 for 2. They've had the ball twice, scored touchdowns twice.
Yep, defensively has been the issue for Louisiana the last couple years, and they have not shown any resistance with the exception of 1 sack so far in this game.
Put a man in motion, and it is to the near side for number 7, Dominic Luttrell, and there's nothing going on there. He's dropped for a loss back to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's a slow developing play, and I just mentioned Louisiana's got speed, and so they can get to that outside stuff if you're going to try and run it wide like that.
2nd and almost 12. Pitch out this time to the running back on the far side. That's actually Ty Lue, who lined up at running back, and he's chased out of bounds after a gain of about 16, 17 yards and a fresh set across the 50 for Montgomery County. All the way to the 37-yard line of Louisiana.
17 yards on the game by Lou. On the sweep, student body left that time.
So Montgomery rolling again, looking to throw on 1st down. They get their man right through the middle. Looks like tight end.
Smith on the reception.
That's Drake. He's a senior, and a gain of 9. Clock running down to 1:40 to go in the quarter. They put Smith in motion this time as a blocker for Lou. Ran into a couple of Bulldogs, tried to cut up the middle and end up losing a yard on that one. So it's going to be 3rd and 2.
That was Hill on the carry? Lou again, huh? Giving Hill a little break this series, huh?
He's a versatile player.
Yeah, they've moved Hill out to the slot. So they have twins to the right and twins to the left this time.
With Lou in the backfield along with Zernuski, and he'll take it himself. Looked for it at a pitch out, and will end up taking it for the 1st down.
A quarterback draw that time, if you will. He'll pick up about 3, but that'll be enough for the 1st down.
Inside a minute to go here in the 1st quarter. Louisiana wants to keep this at a 14-0 game.
That they do. Montgomery, they've slowed their pace a little bit. They were going no huddle to start. Now they're looking to the sideline, getting some signals. Play clock down to 10.
Game clock down to 32 seconds as they snap the ball and get it on the near side for Dominic Luttrell, and he takes it down to the 20.
Wide receiver screen that time. Luttrell on the catch. Give him 6 on the catch.
Make it 2nd and 4 with 10 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Let's see if they look to the end zone. No, they're going on the ground with it, but they may get there anyway. Lou pushed out of bounds with 4 seconds even to go as he was pushed out by Quincy Hutt.
Looks like the ball is going to be marked at the 10, maybe inside the 10, so it'll be 1st and goal. They'll give him 10 on the carry. And there'll be 4 seconds to play here in the first quarter.
See if they try and punch it in from 10 out on the final play of the opening stanza. Czerniewski puts a man in motion. That's where they go with it. A handoff to Travis Hill on the far side. Cuts it up, spins off a man, and is brought down at about the 5-yard line, and that'll do it for the first quarter. 14-0. Louisiana trails Montgomery County after 1 here in the Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Beef.
Couple scores around there. How about that?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
First quarter, North Shelby over Northwest Hughesville. 8-man football, 8-0 there. Monroe City leads Winfield-Ellsbury 8-0. That late in the first. Hallsville putting it to Centralia 14-0 already in the first quarter. We told you about Bowling Green. They lead 8-0. That one already in the second quarter. Pittsfield leads Riverton 10-0. A few early scores for you here on this beautiful Friday night.
We're through one quarter here. And Montgomery knocking on the door for the third time. Third offensive series, and they already have 2 touchdowns.
Hannibal hosting Jeff City tonight. They lead 7-0 early on in that one. Kind of amazing. Jeff City, you know, I don't know how familiar you are with their program, but they were a perennial power in the biggest class in the state for years under Pete Atkins. They're class 4 now.
Wow.
There's 2 other schools now, Capital City as public, and of course Elias has been there forever, so that's split the enrollment up over in Jeff City and shrunk Jeff City public down to a class 4 school. Interesting stuff there.
That is interesting.
And they've been down over there in football for, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 years now, I guess.
See if they can figure out that system. Get some folks to move to certain parts of the city.
You don't think there's well, the real recruiting goes with Blair Oaks. They get all their guys out of Jeff. They've been state powers for years now. And actually they hired years ago, they hired the Jeff City coach.
Yeah.
So let's see if Montgomery can score. It's 2nd and goal from the 4.
Rolling out is Czerniewski. Pump fake. Steps past a tackler. He'll put it upfield. Ooh, big hit. And he's into the end zone. Czerniewski paid the price but got into the end zone and makes it 20-0 on the first play of the second quarter. 11:51 to go in quarter number 2.
His second 4-yard run of the night. And 9 seconds ticked off the second quarter clock.
And the route is on here early on the road for the Bulldogs. Abercrombie on to kick the extra point. Got good penetration on that one, but can't block it. I don't know if I'd want to step in front of his kick. 21-0 after one play in the second quarter. Montgomery leads Louisiana on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season with Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center, Bank of Louisiana, and a taste of Philly.
11:51 to go in the first half, 21-0 Montgomery after the run by quarterback Adam Zernuski.
His second touchdown of the game. And he's got just shy of 60 yards rushing, I think. 58 to be exact. 47 through the air so far for the senior quarterback. Oh, check that. He's a junior. Don't want to let him graduate too soon, right?
No. A couple of games tomorrow. Van Fart against Wright City and Mark Twain at Lexington. That was a last-minute change of schedule for Mark Twain. So Abercrombie on to kick it off. Let's see how far he can kick it going this way. Kicking south. To the far side. Fielded in play this time by Washington. And he's got some speed behind him. And he is finally dragged down just shy of the 50-yard line. Mason Washington.
They'll mark it right at the 50. 49-yard return. Let's see if the flag's going to wipe it out, however.
I'm not seeing where it's at.
Over on the sideline, about the 25-yard line is where the flag is. He got to the sideline and turned it on, showed some speed, but it's going to come back.
Yeah, that's maybe a block in the back or a hold.
That's going to be my bet.
And we'll see what the official says. As he is mic'd up here. And it is holding. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It'll still be 1st and 10.
First penalty of the game on Louisiana, but it was a big one. It's going to cost them from the 50-yard line all the way back to the 16.
So they'll start at their own 16, and that's a daunting task for this offense that hasn't been able to put much together so far. Running on first time with down with a Wyatt Harrison. And he gets a couple. It'll be second and about 7.
He's been the only person to run the football for Louisiana so far tonight. That's his 6th carry. That time they'll give him 3. And they're going to call it 4 from the press box, so we'll be generous as well.
Scoreboard called it 3, though.
I was going to go with 3.
Just shy of the 20-yard line.
Bulldogs need to get a first down here and get out of this hole. Now we've got a
timeout. Timeout taken by the Bulldogs. 10:57 to go here in the first half. 21-0 Wildcats lead the Bulldogs on Eagle 102.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, and MLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
The area's best coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, and All Parts.
Back-to-back touchdowns for Marcus Starks. 2-point conversion was good with 7:26 to play in the half. Bowling Green leads Palmyra 16-0.
Marcus is making a name for himself the first 2 weeks of the season.
That he is. Man, he really showed last week, and it sounds like a little more of the same tonight.
2nd and 7 for the Bulldogs from the 19-yard line, their own 19. After the timeout, Coach Pitzer didn't like what he saw. To the near side, they go with the screen, and just not much there. Actually making a little something out of it is Quincy Hutt.
His first catch looks like he'll have first down yardage, actually.
He outran the defense that time. On the far side, they should have gobbled him up for no gain or a loss.
Out to the 27, so a gain of 9. We're going to call it 8. The public address announcer and I haven't agreed much lately, have we?
1st and 10 regardless for the Bulldogs on a nice gain by Quincy Hutt. And they'll stack him on the near side with Washington. But they go to the ground and just nothing there. Maybe a little trouble with the exchange between Harrisons, Ethan and Wyatt.
On that pass, though, Ethan threw a nice spiral to Hutt. Nice catch, and he was under pressure, too. Loss of 1 on that carry for young Mr. Harrison.
2nd and 11 for the Wildcats. So Bowling Green leads at Palmyra 16-0. Here, the Bulldogs trail Montgomery 21-0. 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. Almost picked. That would have been a pick 6 by the on-rushing number 21 there.
Yeah, Harrison got his fingertips on it. Wyatt did. Or that was going to be, and it deflected it just enough.
Actually, it was 26, Ty Lue.
Yeah, and he would have been seen nothing but green grass in the end zone if he'd have caught that. But Louisiana now behind the chains at 3rd and 11. Not the position they want to be in.
Nope. Empty backfield this time and lots of movement. Harrison came across early.
He was in motion, wasn't he, and turned upfield just a bit early.
So a false start, and that'll put them back even further. It'll be 3rd and 16.
Second penalty of the game for Louisiana. Just the 3rd penalty in the game total, right? Yeah.
That's right.
So they played pretty clean. Got to love that.
They've kept the clock moving for the most part. Stop now with 10:04 to play in the second quarter. Bulldogs need something big here on 3rd and 16. In motion, that's Shepard. They're going upfield down near the sideline, and that is incomplete.
Had Hutt and Washington beyond the defenders, but just overthrown by about a yard on the fly pattern. I don't know why both receivers are so close together, but they were both open, and it was over to the fingertips of Hutt, and it'll be 4th down.
And they'll bring the punt team back on with Ryan Camps.
Pretty good play, good protection that time. Just a yard too long on the pass by Harrison.
Well, he showed some arm on that one, didn't he?
That he did.
It was about a 45-yard pass.
Yeah, threw it from about the 15 to the other 35.
This one fielded just shy of the 40. Cutting back is Hill. Trying to find some room. Got a nice block that time. Up. Flag comes out. This one's coming back.
Yep, going to have a hold.
He's still going. Finally brought down.
Not sure how he didn't get tackled at the 30, but some way he squeezed out of that mess and got it down to about the 15, but that one's coming back.
Yeah, I think that was, I know something's happening.
In fact, Smith, the tight end's waving, saying, come on, boys, we're going back here. So if it's a hold, they'll mark off 10 from there. Montgomery will take over
at their 36.
Exactly.
Calling a block in the back.
That's worth 10 as well.
9:39 to play here in the first half of this ball game. Glad you're with us. Tonight's action brought to you by Penrod Real Estate, Louisiana Auto Sales and Rentals, and Crazy Ladies Garden Center.
So at least Montgomery's got to go 65 or 64 yards to be exact to score this time, with 9:39 to play in the half.
This would be their worst starting field position of the ball game, wouldn't it?
Yep, they haven't tried to throw the home run ball yet.
Keeper for Zernuski comes to the near side, breaks a tackle, and is run out of bounds across the 40-yard line to the 41. And Wyatt Harrison took a good lick out of bounds there.
Yeah, Zernuski actually got away from a tackle that would have been a horse collar. And picked up 6. Ninth carry of the game for Zernuski.
One out of bounds. Hill goes in motion this time, and coming across the line early was Brady Shepard.
Out of his middle linebacker's spot, tried to guess the count and misfired.
That'll be enough for a first down.
First down for the Wildcats, ball at the 47 because of the penalty. Dead ball. Offsides.
So
defense.
Takes it out to the 47 with 9:33 to play. Second quarter here from Montgomery County. They got a couple of guys on crutches, don't they?
Yeah. Must have been a rough first weekend, huh?
Ty Lue on the carry this time. And he'll skip forward across the 50 to the, now we'll call it the 50, maybe the 49. Gain of 4.
30 yards on the ground so far for Blue. Just did a little skip to Malou up the middle that time.
And we're down to 9 minutes to play in the half. 21-0 Montgomery.
Montgomery's dramatically slowed things down.
Yes, they have. And more flags. They run out of time.
No, the play clock had 4 on it when I looked up.
And somebody was moving. False start on the offense that time. That'll take it back to 2nd and 11.
I cursed us, didn't I?
Yeah.
Talked about no flags, and now all of a sudden they're laundry happy.
Second down for the Wildcats, ball spotted at the 46.
From the 46-yard line, 2nd and 11. Back to throw is Zernuski. Puts it in the air, off his back foot, and that's picked off. Quincy Hutt on the interception, comes back to the near side, little stutter step, trying to find the sideline, and he's run out of bounds. That's a big interception for Quincy Hutt to give Louisiana the ball back with 8:31 to play in the half.
Well underthrown. Actually had Smith open beyond Hutt, but Hutt with the interception and saves the day for Louisiana.
All right. That's the danger you run into throwing on the run like that, and I don't think either of his feet were on the ground when he let go of that ball.
No. Had good protection. He could have pulled up and got his feet set. So let's see if the Dogs can take advantage of the first turnover of the game.
That'll make the quarterback coach a little upset.
That it will.
Be Scott Kragers. They put Harrison in motion, and the ball hits Harrison. Not sure if they were trying a direct snap there or what, or a timing play. But Louisiana is able to recover after a loss of Caught 4.
Yeah, Ethan got back on the ball. Saved the turnover. It's going to be a loss of 4. And it'll be 2nd and 14.
Louisiana quickly back to the line as the clock runs under 8 minutes.
5 receivers out in the pattern.
Pressure coming. Gets the pass off, and it's off the hands of Will Shepard. And incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 14. 21-0. Montgomery leads here in the first half.
Harrison 3 for 9 through the air so far.
Beautiful night for football here in Montgomery City.
It's like rain clouds all around us, but up above it's mostly clear.
24-0. Bowling Green leading. Marcus Starks another touchdown, and this one is it caught?
Nope, knocked out. Big hit by the cornerback. I think that was actually Hill. It rattled Hutt from behind, and he couldn't hang on after the contact, and it'll be 4th down.
7:42 to go. Clock stops on the incompletion. Caps back out to punt for the Bulldogs.
Caps, a really good punter, actually. He's had some good punts. Got to be careful not to outkick your coverage here. Might want to put some air under this one.
Short. It'll bounce, though, at the 30-yard line and take a Louisiana roll inside the 20 to the 19. That's where it's down. And the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10. We're in the second corner here from Montgomery City. Mark Ronick, Jim Ross. And the officials take a timeout with the Wildcats up 21-0 over Louisiana on Eagle 102.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital, Cellular and Satellite Center, and Abel's Quick Shops.
So after that latest touchdown by Marcus Starks up at Palmyra, the Panthers fumbled the kickoff return. So Bowling Green with back-to-back possessions, and we'll look for an update on that one.
Have it on the Palmyra 35 with 3:18 to play in the half, with a chance to blow that thing wide open.
Yeah.
If it's not already at 24-0.
So maybe all that Palmyra dominance over Bowling Green was left over at the old field.
Possibly. It would seem that way in the first half anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Still 24-plus minutes to play in that game, however.
Montgomery will take over after the punt at their own 19-yard line. And a 21-0 lead over the Bulldogs.
Good, thank you.
7:35 to play here in the first half. Came and got our halftime order. This is nice.
Yeah. That's the father of the two big, tall basketball players, Parkers.
Woo! Big tackle there by Caps. Was that Caps?
No, 52.
52. Don't have a 52. Maybe that's Sylvie's new number.
Well, that could be.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Sheldon.
26, that was Lou on the carry. He picked up 4. Yep, they called it 4.
So 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats. Will pitch out to Hill on the far side. cuts it back up.
Play. This one's coming back. A little block in the back action was the indication by the official.
Move the flag forward a little bit. So it'll be 10 yards from the original spot, the 19-yard line.
Yeah, I shouldn't have mentioned anything about the penalty, should I?
Nearing the midway point of the second quarter. About an hour into this football game.
It's been a long second quarter, too.
Yes, it has.
Number of possession changes and penalties, and we had one score in the first 9 seconds of the quarter and nothing since. So 92 yards is how far Montgomery has to go now, and it's 2nd and 21, they say, on the scoreboard.
To the near side, it's Zernewski. Run out of bounds and completing his tackle.
Yeah, he'll pick up 8 or 9 maybe. Depends where they.
Brought down by Brady Shepard.
Looks like they'll give it to the 18, so we'll give him 10.
So 3rd and 11.
They got half of it back. Let's see what they want to do now. Interesting, they haven't thrown the ball around a lot.
No, they have not.
Well, the last pass was an interception.
Yeah.
That might discourage you just a shade.
24-0 at the half. Bowling Green leading Palmyra. Here's Zernewski. He does throw this time, and it's caught near the marker. He had to round back to it. We'll see if he gets across. That's
well, he's stretched out, and they're going to give him yardage out to the 30.
So an 11-yard gain.
Yes, sir.
Drake Smith on the reception for a first down. He was at the marker when he caught it, but circled back, and then was able to dive forward again to get the yardage he needed.
His 2nd catch of the game.
He stays in bounds, keeps the clock running down to 6:25. Throwing, pump fake actually for Zernewski. Puts it away, he's in trouble. Gets across the first man and is brought out of bounds. And that's a late hit, they're going to call it. This time on Wyatt Harrison for knocking Zernewski down out of bounds.
The official threw the flag straight up in the air, and it came down in the hands of number 51, Evan Abercrombie, for Montgomery, and he's caught it, kind of looked around like, what do I do with this?
I don't think I'm supposed to have this. So it'll be, after a 6-yard gain, I believe a 15-yard penalty. It is, and he'll take it across the 50 to the Louisiana 49 and a first down.
First major penalty of the game.
So this drive that was pushed back to the Montgomery 8-yard line after penalties is starting to take some shape.
That it is.
Here's the running back, Hill. He puts the shoulder down. He gets across the 40 to the 36-yard line.
Give him 13 for Hill on the carry.
And they move the chains again inside 6 minutes. Going back to that hurry-up offense, here's a little dump pass to the near side for number 7, Dominic Luttrell. He cuts back. And he gains about 8. Make it 9. And a little too quick this time. The officials stop the clock. A timeout taken by Louisiana before the snap. 5:29 to go here in the second quarter. Montgomery 21, Louisiana nothing on Eagle 102.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio, brought to you by Young Enterprises, Family Drug, and Brown Smokehouse Meats.
They've got commercials on their scoreboard.
Yeah, they do. That's Dan Robb with Jonesburg State Bank. And I can tell you right now, he didn't throw that football.
21-0. Louisiana trailing Montgomery County here in the first half. We're under 6 minutes to go. Right around 5 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Bowling Green at the half at Palmyra leading 24-0, and we'll try and get you some other scores. A couple of our other area teams will actually play tomorrow. Van Far will play Wright City tomorrow, and Mark Twain will play Lexington across the state tomorrow.
Well, let's see if I can find anything right quick while we're finishing up this timeout. North Shelby 22-6 over Northwest. Hughesville 16-0. Monroe over Winfield. All these are second quarter scores. Hannibal leads Jeff City 14-0. Pittsfield over Riverton 17-0. Told you the Bowling Green score. Quincy Notre Dame over Almond. Rock Island Almond 38-0. That also in the second quarter.
Well, that'll tell you a little something about the difference between Confluence Academy and Monroe City. Because last week Winfield put out, 78?
Yeah, just a tad bit difference in those two teams.
To the near side on first down, and the quarterback keeps it and run out of bounds inside the 20 of the Bulldogs.
Good fake that time. The defense bit. Looks like they're going to give him 8. They're going to give him 11. So move it up a little bit.
Down to the 17-yard line, it looks like, with 5:24 to play.
Montgomery in business once again.
First and 10. There still is a first down to be had at about the 7-yard line, and they throw it to number 7. That's Luttrell again, and he's very close to that across the 10 to the 9-yard line.
A wide receiver screen that time. Looks like they're going to give him 8.
2nd and 2. For the Wildcats, handoff this time. Goes inside to Hill.
Not a lot of running room that time. He may have got a first down. Looks like he's got to get down to the 6. Are they going to give it to him?
That they are. 1st and goal.
Gain of 3. That was Hill, right?
It was.
He's got 50 yards on the ground tonight.
Clock moving down to 4:45 to go in the half. Zarnewski with Hill in the backfield. He keeps it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Montgomery County, to make it 27-0 here in the second quarter.
Quarterback option that time. He kept it and ran it right up the middle. Good for a 7-yard touchdown.
4:30 to play here in the first half. And Montgomery not moving quite as quickly as they did in the first quarter, but still moving. And they've scored on every drive except for the interception. So 4 out of 5 offensive opportunities they've scored on. And Abercrombie is 4 for 4 on extra points. 4:30 to play here in the second quarter. All Montgomery here against Louisiana in week 2 on Eagle 102.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102, is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Second quarter, 4:30 to play. Mark Froning, Jim Ross here at Montgomery City, Montgomery County High School, and it's all Wildcats so far. Abercrombie on to kick it off after another touchdown by Zernuski.
Yeah, actually that drive started at what, about the 26-yard line, but they got pushed back to the 8 and turned it into a 92-yard drive for touchdown.
They've done a lot of stomping on the bleachers for kickoffs here tonight.
Washington's going to take it to the 2 once again and bring it out.
Gets away from a tackle, trying to avoid the penalties this time. And he gets it across the 25-yard line. And Louisiana will take over 1st and 10.
So a 24-yard return.
And they'll put it right on the 25 with 4:22 to play.
Louisiana needs something positive here.
Yep, they are still looking for their first score of the season.
And they need to do it on the ground if they can, try and grind some clock.
On 1st and 10. Give over to the far side for Quincy Hutt. Trying a little something different there, and he's very close to a first down. Looks like they're going to give it to him with a gain of 10.
Well, in the preseason write-up in the Pigskin preview, they talked about Hutt being the featured running back, but tonight it's the first time that he's run the football. He's got blazing speed. He's a great track guy.
4:17 to go as he ran out of bounds after a gain of 10. Yeah, he's got speed to spare, and, you know, who is like a Tavon Austin? You just want to find ways to get him the ball in space.
Straight up the middle of Harrison that time, nothing doing. In fact, he'll lose a yard, it looks like.
We'll call it 2nd and 11. Inside 4 minutes.
Down to 3:50 to play here in the second. 28-0, Montgomery leads it.
Louisiana has started the season giving up or being outscored 68-0 over the first 6 quarters. Now an interception. Intercepted by number 23, Keenan James. Underthrown a little bit this time. First turnover by the Bulldogs.
That was a nice catch by the cornerback as he stretched out, because Washington had a step on him, but he stretched out, laid out backwards, and made the catch and held on.
Down to 3:34 to play. And Montgomery takes over at their own 33-yard line.
With a chance to stretch this out a little more.
I say go for the home run ball here. Little dump pass, screen pass to the near side. Not much there for number 7, Dominic Luttrell.
They'll give him a couple, maybe 3.
Looks like 2.
2.
2nd and 8. Clock running down to 3:13 to play in the half. I think they're going to need a big play at some point if they want to score before halftime. Across the middle, and this one's caught right at the marker.
Tight end Smith. Looks like they'll give him 6.
Not a very good spot as his arm was reaching out a little further than that. Keeper for the quarterback, Zernuski. He's got first down yardage all the way to midfield. And they're just taking chunk here, chunk there. That's how it's been all night.
Yep, 6, 8, 10 at a time. That rush for Zanurski puts him over 100 yards for the game at 105 on the ground.
2.5 minutes left in the first half. Pass to the far side. That's Smith, and he ducks forward for a gain of about 5.
Looks like they'll just give him 4, however.
So 2nd and 6.
Down to under 2 minutes, 1:56 to be exact to play in the half.
Inside handoff this time to number 10, Travis Hill, and he's to the marker. That's enough for a first down. Gain of about 7 on the play.
And the clock continues to run.
Down to 1:40. They're being very methodical. They're breaking off chunks, but is it quick enough? Down to 1.5 minutes. They're trying to score on the very last play. Here's Zanuski. Breaks into the open field, and he's got a gain of about 12. 1:19 to play in the half. Another 12-yard first down run. Montgomery leads 28-0.
They've got 3 timeouts left if they want to use them.
1:10 in the second quarter. Zanuski rolls out, puts it in the air, sliding into that catch on the far side. That's pretty. That's Ty Lue.
Was.
On the far sideline, 1:01 to go. Another first down. Down to the 14. So gain of 14 to the 14. We're down to 50 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Not much there. Flag comes in. Another flag comes in. Wonder if they saw the same thing or multiple infractions.
Well, that'll stop the clock with 39 seconds. Curious to see if they want to bring Abercrombie in. See if he can kick a long field goal in the waning seconds here.
Yeah, I think if they haven't punched it in inside of 10 seconds, I think they call a timeout and then kick a field goal. But
blocking the back's a penalty, the 5th penalty of the game on Montgomery.
So first and 20. And a timeout taken by Montgomery. They're first. They lead Louisiana 28-0 with 39 seconds to go in the second quarter on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on the Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
39.1 seconds to go, 28-0. Montgomery leads Louisiana here in week 2.
Mr. Parker took care of you, didn't you? He brought you new Mountain Dew.
And a little water there, so.
Maybe he's feeling sorry for me.
That could be. Or maybe he can tell that I haven't had any water in like a week.
He's good, but he's probably not that good.
Yeah. So after the Montgomery timeout, it'll be 1st and 20 for the Wildcats.
We'll have some scores for you at halftime from around the area. Lots of interesting scores going on. Not many close games, actually, right now. In week 2.
Week 3, we're scheduled to be at Van Far.
I'm going to throw a TBD on that one.
Yeah, I'm saying always subject to change. And there's a catch and a touchdown. Is that Lou again?
24 yards. Is it Lou? He's down on the ground. I believe it is Lou.
Nope, Keenan James. On the reception. That's a long ways away. Makes it 34-0, and the point after would make it a 35-point game. So on 1st and 20, they put it in the end zone. All Montgomery tonight against the Bulldogs. Abercrombie on. Good hold. Plenty of leg on that one. And it's 35-0 here with 33 seconds to go in the second quarter. All Montgomery. Louisiana has their work cut out for them with a running clock in the second half when we come back on Eagle 102.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
The best coverage of high school sports is on KJFM. Brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
33 seconds to go in the second quarter. 35-0. Montgomery County leads Louisiana here in week 2. So we had a 60-6 game last week. 35-0 game through 2 quarters this week. What's week 3 going to bring us?
Yeah.
They love to stomp here for the kickoffs. And Abercrombie stomps into one. Actually squibs it. A little trouble picking it up for number 16. That's Jace Locke.
And he's running the wrong direction. He's going east-west. You need to be north-south. Actually probably lost a yard on that return.
Just never found a place to cut it upfield. So 24.6 seconds to go. You kneel down here and go to the half. Or fake a kneel down and throw it up the sideline. I don't think the Bulldogs are going to fake anything, though. With 24.6 seconds to go, they might run a play. See what happens. See if they can get some sort of yardage here. Keeper for Ethan Harrison. And he rumbles forward for a gain of about 8. And that's going to do it for the first half of this ball game as Louisiana trails 35-0. Final 10 seconds will run off here. And the Bulldogs will head to the locker room trying to figure out some things. 35-0 through 2. Back with the halftime report after this on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
From the classic cheese steak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorite water ice, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM. Sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
2 quarters in the books here at Montgomery County High School, and it's all Wildcats as the Bulldogs have been blanked by their hosts 35-0 through 2 quarters. Mark Froelich, Jim Ross back here at Montgomery County, and not a whole lot to like through the first 2 quarters of the ball game for the road team.
No, it's been a rough night. Nothing really huge jumps out at you. Montgomery County's been pretty methodical in their ways, but dominant nonetheless. Well, Montgomery County hasn't punted yet. That's probably about all you need to know, right?
No, they've scored all but one time that they've had the ball. The other time was a Quincy Hutt interception. That's probably the highlight of the night so far for the Bulldogs. But they weren't able to capitalize on that. They'd put a couple of plays together. They had a couple of 10-plus yard plays, but just really can't put a drive together, and that's been a running theme for the last several seasons.
No, let me run the stats down for you, and that'll tell you about everything you need to know. Louisiana had 81 total yards, 31 on the ground, 26 through the air, 24 return yards. 1 interception is Harrison threw one, a nice interception by James. 4 penalties for 35 yards. Montgomery County 207 on the ground, 122 through the air, 68 return yards, 397 yards total offense. They also threw the interception to Hutt, and 5 penalties, I should say, for 40 yards. When you look at those stats, it adds up to 35-0.
Yeah, and they've got a lot of weapons on this Montgomery County team. If you stop Zernuski, you got Ty Lue. If you stop Ty Lue, you got Travis Hill, and then there's some other guys you can mix in there with Luttrell and who else had some carries. Doesn't matter. They've got different options out there.
Well, yeah, and keep in mind Mendoza's hurt. He was one of the key running backs. Hill ran for 57. Zernuski's 117 on the ground, 122 through the air in the first half, so he's over 100 yards both on the ground and in the air, so good first half for him. But as I said, they didn't really do anything. Well, it didn't seem like they opened up the offense to me. They kind of just ran controlled. They were mostly short passes, ins and outs, a couple passes over the middle, maybe 15 yards downfield. But that was about it, and then it was basically Zernuski on the ground, and then he'd mix in some other guys ever so often just for fun.
And they've got a big athletic offensive line, so that's what they use. They just kind of kept it on the ground, picked up 5, 6, 10 yards a carry, and just moved it slowly but surely up the field.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. If you just look at the carries early in the game, 3, 8, 41, 11, 9, 17, 10, just like you said, there was a lot of 8, 10, 15 yards at a crack on the ground. And when you're doing that and staying ahead of the chains, it makes things rough on the defense. But, Louisiana's defense, that's been their struggle for the last couple of years, and it seems to be the same this year.
35-0, they trail after 2 quarters. We'll take a break, come back with some scores from around the area when we come back on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bank of Louisiana ensures their customers are always in the know when it comes to their banking. Bank of Louisiana's top-of-the-line mobile banking service allows you to check account balances, review your account history, transfer funds. Plus, you can pay your bills all on one app. Call Bank of Louisiana for more information or visit bola.cc.
Pike County, Missouri Health Department is accepting appointments for upcoming COVID vaccination clinics. Appointments can be made online at www.pikecountyhealth.org or by calling our office at 573-324-2111. These will be on a first-come, first-served basis. Stay up to date with more clinics by subscribing to our PCHD e-news. If you do not have internet access, please call our office and ask how we can help you stay informed.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
At the half here, 8:51 to go until we start quarter number 3, and watching the halftime show, Blake LaBriere doing his best Peyton Manning. He's the drum major. You remember that back from Tennessee?
Yeah.
Quite a few years ago.
Kind of interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, let's start with some scores for you. We'll go from Palmyra first. Bowling Green leads 24-0 at half. Other scores around the area, we've got a bunch of them for you. North Shelby leads Northwest of Hughesville 22-14. All these halftime scores. Monroe City over Ellsbury Winfield 30-0. Pittsfield over Riverton 24-7. Duchenne, in a little bit of surprise, leads Macon 21-7.
Yeah, bit surprising, yes.
Marceline, one of the top-ranked teams in Class 1, they lead Brookfield 7-0 in the bell game. That one already in the third quarter. Hannibal over Jeff City 14-0. Quincy Notre Dame 52-0 over Rock Island Almond. Hallsville leads Centralia, another little bit of a surprise, 22-6. That one also in the third quarter already. Troy, they lead Warrenton 56-12. Troy's got a pretty good club this year.
Yes, they do.
South Shelby leads Westrand 16-14 at half, and that'll do it for the scores at half for you this evening.
And just to mention again, Mark Twain playing tomorrow at Lexington, Van Far hosting Wright City tomorrow. So those games.
Well, we've got an immediate news flash.
Uh-oh.
Looks like Cooper Keels scored.
So
and it's now 32-0 with 3:38 to play in the third.
Wow, that game is just moving right along.
Ground and pound, baby. Clock runs when you do that, doesn't it?
Yeah. Speaking of running clocks, we'll have one here to start the second half as the Wildcats have opened up a 35-0 lead on Louisiana. We'll talk more about the first half after this on the Eagle 102 halftime report.
Sailor and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season with Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center, Bank of Louisiana, and a taste of Philly.
Getting ready for the second half of this ball game from Montgomery County High School. The Wildcats lead the Louisiana Bulldogs 35-0, and I'm trying to figure out the missing ingredient right now for the Bulldogs, because like you said, they've been able to put a couple of plays together, just not a drive, not a sustained drive.
It's hard to figure. They're just the game starts on the line.
Yeah.
And they're undersized, and I mean that's where you've got to look, because really if you look at their skill players, you've got speed. You don't have a whole lot of size because the Harrison guys are small. Quincy Hutt's small. You got Washington on the outside. He's 6'3", but you got to be able to clear a path, open some holes, and they haven't been able to do that. And then you flip over to the defensive side of the ball, and, I mean, up to this point this year, they haven't been able to stop anybody.
Yeah.
Now, granted, they've played two of the better teams in the league in North Callaway and Montgomery City, so the challenge for the coaching staff will be, hey, don't get your heads down. It's been a rough 2 weeks. We understand that, but there are going to be easier games to come. They'll still have Bowling Green left on the schedule, and they knew going in that I think Coach Pitzer actually talked about it in our preseason interview that the schedule not terribly favorable the first 2 weeks out when you're playing two of the best teams in the league. And then the other thing you look at, they've only got, 27 guys, 26 guys dressed tonight. Montgomery's got some guys that don't have to go both ways. And, that just, even though it's actually it's a perfect night for football.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't draw it up any better. And but still, when you've got to go both ways, particularly the linemen, up front against those big guys, it makes for a rough night for you.
Yeah, that makes even a big guy like Ryan Capps a little bit smaller when he has to play every play and kick the ball.
And they're keying on him and doubling him some when they need to, and you shut him down on the line, then things get a little more challenging for the offense.
Doubling him or just running the opposite direction.
Right,
yeah.
right. I mean, you can do that as well, and they pretty much, as we said, it was a methodical 35-0. There weren't any big plays or just a single interception. Nothing dramatic there either. But they had longer sustained drives. The first two drives started around the 50 due to good kick returns. Or a kick return and punt return, and then they actually had a 92-yard drive after penalties put them back to the 8, and so they didn't do anything, like I say, of the lightning bolt fashion, just methodical, good, solid offense, and marched down the field and scored 5 touchdowns, and they've got a field goal kicker that's up to this point pretty much automatic.
Yeah,
and that's a luxury. I mean, it doesn't. In many games it doesn't matter, but you get in a close game against a good team, if you can kick that field goal instead of having to go for 2, miss the 2-point conversion, then you put yourself in a position where you got to go for 2 every time. That will be a great asset for them as they go through the season.
35-0. They didn't do a whole bunch of big plays like you said, but enough to score in the final 30 seconds to trigger the turbo clock in the second half. Did what they had to do, Montgomery did, through the first 2 quarters. In Louisiana back on the field, they've got to figure out something.
And they'll get the ball to start the half.
They will.
They've won the toss and deferred, so Louisiana will have it to start the second half.
We'll take a break, come back. Second half just minutes away here on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs and stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
The area's best coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, and All Parts.
Second half just about to begin here at Montgomery County High School, where the Louisiana Bulldogs trail the Wildcats 35-0. They will get the ball to start quarter number 3. And I just figured out my favorite thing about Ethan Harrison, the quarterback for Louisiana. Where's 13? A little Kurt Warner action going on.
Is that your number?
Oh, 13, Kurt Warner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, a lot of guys have worn 13.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say 13 is not such a lucky number.
Yeah. Well, it was for Kurt Warner.
Oh, that it was. You know, he's got a bio movie coming out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Going to be curious to see who plays him and how they portray it, because it's quite a story.
Yeah.
If they do it right, it could be a good movie.
Oh, yeah, from grocery clerk to the MVP of the NFL. It is a good story. I wonder what actress is brave enough to get the spike
Brenda?
the spiky haircut of Brenda Warner. Yeah, that's the real question there.
That it is. And you know what? I'll say something for Kurt Warner and Albert Pujols for that matter. Although Warner doesn't live in St. Louis anymore, but he still comes back and does his
Warner's winter warm-up,
the coat thing.
Yep.
And, of course, Pujols still lives in St. Louis in the off-season and has his Down Syndrome Foundation and raises a bucket load of money for that disease. And so congrats to those guys. Of course, Pujols will be back in St. Louis on Monday. They play the Dodgers in town for a 4-game series.
All right, so thoughts. Yachty's coming back. You think Wainwright's going to play another year?
Yes, I do.
Do you sign Pools for 1 year just to
only if there's a DH?
Yeah.
He won't come if there's not a DH.
Yeah.
He's not going to sit on the bench and just be
there's going to be a DH next year.
Well,
it's going to be universal DH.
You would think.
Yeah.
But that's the collective bargaining agreement's up in 2022, right? So they're going to be negotiating that. And I'm guessing that's going to be part of those negotiations.
Well, anything that can get, 16 more guys a job in the twilight of their career.
Right, yeah, just like they need more money.
The PA is going to go for that.
Yeah, the PA is. Now, I'm staunchly against it. I'm a traditionalist.
Oh, yeah.
And now what I would say about that is it's really not fair to those pitchers to have the DH their whole time.
Yeah.
From college, high school to the pros, and they never hit.
Yeah.
And then you get to the pros and you got to hit.
Yep.
So if they're going to, in my opinion, if you're going to keep the DH out of the the National League, you've got to implement it in the minor leagues so those guys are getting some swings as they come up through the system. Just my thoughts.
The Cardinals have always had good hitters. You got Madison Bumgarner out there. He's a good hitter. And then you got Ohtani, which they waive the DH every time he takes the hill.
Well, he's the modern-day version of Babe Ruth. He's not going to hit Babe Ruth-type home runs. But
yeah, Babe Ruth even gave up pitching after a while.
Right. But Ohtani's Well, he's a pretty salty pitcher. I'm not sure Babe Ruth was a lights-out pitcher like Ohtani is. So let's see what the Dogs can do on this first possession. They'll move from our left to our right on your radio dial, and Abercrombie will kick it off. He hadn't got it to the end zone the last 2 times.
No.
Washington's caught it and run it back. Maybe not the smartest thing. Maybe you just let it go in the end zone and take it on the 25. We'll see.
And our second half is underway. As again, he kicks it short, goes through the up man. Picked up by the Dogs, and
is that Love again?
That is
Luck, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Jace
Jace
Luck.
Luck, yep. A little more north-south that time.
Paid the price, too.
Yeah. Not the biggest guy. I don't think he wanted to pick that up initially
Yeah,
either.
I tell you, he kind of had that look like, oh, man, I got to do this again.
So we're underway in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Dogs.
Can the Dogs score? Let's look at the defense. Do they have? Yeah, it looks like they've got some younger guys in. So we'll see how this shakes out here in the second half.
You're starting to mix in some other guys. As the clock is running.
Mostly looks like the defensive backfield might be pretty much the same, but the defensive line's got a couple new guys up front.
1st and 10 Bulldogs. As they'll go to the air on first down. Pass was tipped. I think they hit the arm of
Smith came in
Harrison
from the right end, or left end, I should say, and hit Harrison before he got completely rid of it, and it fluttered incomplete, fortunately, for the Dogs.
Blake Camp also in on the pressure. As we're down to 10:37 to play in the third.
3 for 11 in the first half for Harrison. Through the air for 26 yards and 1 interception.
So 2nd and 10. For the Bulldogs.
Now he's going to try and run.
Yeah, a little delay on the run, and he's going to lose yardage, it looks like.
Not a whole lot of room there. Fumbled the snap a little bit, didn't catch it clean, and that messed up the timing. Looks like he may have got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. 3rd and 10 for Louisiana, 9:48 to go in the third.
Harrison, a pretty fair running back in his own right, but he's only carried the ball actually twice, got sacked once. But
drops back to throw, puts it far side, and that is incomplete, almost picked off. On the far side, the intended target was Will Shepard.
Looked like Hill nearly picked it off.
Clock continues to run, even with the incompletion here in a 35-point game.
And I have never really understood how that rule actually works. My thought was timeouts and scores was the only time the clock stopped, but we've seen it employed in many different fashions. Another good punt by Caps.
Fielded by Luttrell and taken across the 35 to the 30-yard line of the Bulldogs.
22-yard return by the Trail.
There's an injury, and looks like it's a Bulldog player.
Maybe 2 of them down.
Yeah.
They run into each other?
They possibly did, so we'll take a break. Clock stops with the injury. 8:32 to play third quarter on Eagle 102.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MercBK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital, Cellular and Satellite Center, and Abel's Quick Shops.
Brady Shepard was the injured Bulldog. He walks off under his own power. Was yanked up by the coaches and walked off under his own power.
A little hitch in his giddy up. They'll take him over to the bench. It looks like the training staff will join him and take a look at him. EMTs are here. I saw an ambulance pull in earlier.
And on the carry near side and run out of bounds, Ty Lue for the Wildcats.
First carry in the second half after 34 yards on the ground on 5 carries in the first.
Give him 2, second and 8. 4 minutes gone here in the third quarter with the running clock. New back in for the Wildcats. That's number 22, Dawson Ratchard. And he gets about 6.
Reichart, a sophomore.
Bring up 3rd and 3. Quarterback keeps it near side, and he's got first down yardage, it appears, with a gain of about 5.
I'm guessing they're going to leave Zerneski in for this first series, see if they can score a touchdown, and they'll get him out, I would think.
Looks like they're warming up Jaser Brower, number 2. Fighting for yardage on first down, and maybe a gain of 1 before he is pushed back. Bring up second down and long. So 2nd and 9, midway point of the quarter.
See if the Bulldogs can hold here.
Zarnewski puts it in the air to the far side, and that's just kept tailing away from the intended target, Ty Lue. Bring up 3rd down. He's holding on to that 8, isn't he?
Zarnewski was 13 for 15 in the first half for 122.
They got all sorts of stuff going on their scoreboard here.
Yeah, revving it up the engine, huh? On 3rd and 9.
Rolling out to throw is Zarnewski. Puts it in the air, and that is incomplete on the far side. That ball's got a tail to it when he throws on the run.
So are we going to get to see a field goal here? Huh?
It looks like they're bringing on a field goal team.
Come on, bring him out. I want to see if he can knock one in from deep. What's this going to be, a 30-yarder? No, it's going to be longer than that.
He's looking at it.
It's going to be a 35-yard attempt.
Chip shot for him, right?
Well, if they can block, I'd say
it's from the near hash.
He's got a pretty fair chance.
Quarterback will hold. And the kick is up, and it is good. 35-yard field goal for the big man, Evan Abercrombie, the senior kicker, and that extends the lead to 38-0. Here in the third quarter, 4:59 to play. And they do stop the clock on the score. We'll take a break, come back with the Bulldogs getting the ball on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Follow Area High School Sports on KJFM Radio, brought to you by Young Enterprises. Family Drug, and Brown Smokehouse Meats.
Evan Abercrombie, a 35-yard field goal, extends the Montgomery County lead over Louisiana to 38-0. Here with about 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Longest field goal in a high school game I've seen in my career in broadcasting.
It's a Jim Ross record.
I guess so.
And he'll kick it off.
We just don't see that many field goals attempted, much less made from 35 yards. And it had a little room to spare, too.
Yes, it did. And right through the middle, too. Deep kickoff this time to the goal line. Washington picks it up, goes to the far side. Still on his feet as he's run out of bounds. Across the 25 to about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, 23-yard return.
He returned it. They spotted at the 27, so 23-yard return.
4.5 minutes to go in the third. 38-0, Montgomery.
At the end of 3, Bobcats lead 38-0.
Wow.
Over Palmyra. A turbo clock. When's the last time Palmyra got turbo clocked?
Yeah, they may never go back to that new field. Keeper for Ethan Harrison, and sidesteps a man, and looks like he's about at the first-yard marker.
We'll have to see where he went out of bounds.
I think he's going to be just shy, so a 9-yard gain.
Gain of 9 on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 1. Down to 3:45 to go in the quarter. Bulldogs want to run this drive to the end of the quarter for sure.
As we mentioned, some younger, smaller guys on the defensive line now.
2nd and 1 for the Bulldogs. Clock continues to run. Wyatt Harrison on the carry. He's got first down yardage and then a little bit more. Across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Harrison on the carry gets across the 40. Out to the 42. Gain of 6
New set of downs for Louisiana with an 8-3 on the clock.
Little option play that time. Ethan kept it and ran over right end, around right end. Had a little running room.
They're getting stompy without a kickoff this time. And then running on the far sideline, breaking some tackles is Harrison. He's finally run out of bounds. That's Wyatt.
Looks like he's going to be all the way down to the 20.
Bulldogs trying to get in the end zone for the first time. Down to the 28-yard line of the Wildcats. They want to keep that goose egg.
Longest run from scrimmage of the night for Louisiana.
Down to 2:10 to go.
Gives Harrison 47 yards on the ground tonight. Wyatt.
On 1st and 10. Give us to Wyatt again.
Same play. Similar result.
Yep,
there comes
there's
the
a flag. Yeah, that one's probably going to come back. And, ooh, big late hit after the whistles.
Good game, but there is a flag on the play.
Let's see if that offsets something. I don't think another flag came out, though.
Game's all the way down to about the 9, it looks like. So another 19-yard carry, but what's the penalty going to be?
Well, the official word coming from the referee.
Going the other direction.
We'll move it back all the way to the 22-yard line of the Wildcats. Now no minute 10 to go.
So it's from the spot of the foul, so they'll mark it at the 22, which will make it 2nd and
it's going to be first and
4. First and 4, yeah. 1st and 4.
.52 seconds left in the quarter. Louisiana looking for their first score of the season. Now they get Harrison out there as a wideout.
You got Hutt in the backfield.
That is. So with Harrison in front of him is a blocker. Hutt into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs, with 29.7 seconds to go in the third quarter. Make it 38-6. And
any flags? I hear a whistle. Nope, doesn't look like there's a flag.
I think they were just saying, come on, let's get this extra point going.
So Hutt from 22 yards out.
Louisiana on the scoreboard here in the third quarter, and that actually negates the turbo clock as it goes under 35.
Yeah, I mentioned that I thought he was the featured back, but with all the changes in the backfield, his Caps will try and kick the extra point.
It's up. Ooh, he's got a lot of leg, doesn't he?
Yep,
Ooh.
It's good as well.
This night stays perfect for the kickers. 38-7, 29.7 seconds to go in the third quarter. This is the high school football game of the week on Eagle 102.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102, is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Quincy out with the touchdown. Caps a nice Louisiana drive here. Their first or second possession of the second half, and they trail Montgomery 38-7 in the waning seconds of the third quarter.
Bowling Green scored again, 45-0.
Wow.
8:42 to play in the game. Yeah.
That's at Palmyra. Bowling Green will be here next week at Montgomery County, and they are rolling to start the season. 60-6 win last week over Van Far, and now 45-0 over Palmyra at Palmyra. That is shocking.
That it is.
They have got something going on in Bowling Green.
And it'll be interesting to see what Montgomery County decides to do offensively this series.
Now that the clock is stopping again.
Correct.
Kickoff goes to the far side. Fielded by Lou. Flag comes in. This one's coming back. And he's going to go all the way to the house, it looks like. He beats the man around the corner all the way for the touchdown, but a flag is out. Ty Lou.
Back to about the 30-yard line, boys.
There's two flags out there. And Lou gave the crowd some excitement here with 14.9 seconds to go in the quarter.
That he did.
But all for naught. And it's a hold.
Yeah, that turned out to be just a 10-yard penalty, but it cost them.
Yeah.
80.
And a score, and that would have put the turbo clock back into effect. So 1st and 10.
And it looks like the spot of the foul was the 30, so they'll mark it back to the 20.
Was spotted at the 30, so the penalty will take it back just across
Look at the 21.
1st and 10.
And we'll see what kind of offense they bring out. It looks like Luttrell at quarterback now. No, that's number 2, Jaser Brower. So Brower with his first series as the QB, and we'll see what he can do.
Well, this is going to get a little more interesting in my opinion.
Handoff up the middle and busting through for a gain of about 8 is Dawson Ratchard. Give him 7, be 2nd and 3. And that'll do it for 3 quarters. 38-7, Montgomery County leads Louisiana. Quincy Hunt has the Bulldogs on the board as we head to the 4th on KJFM.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on 102. Brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Week 2 action from Montgomery County. The Wildcats lead the Louisiana Bulldogs 38-7. A couple of highlights for Quincy Hunt tonight. Had a interception and now a touchdown. So he's been the star on both sides of the ball for the Bulldogs. Tonight's action on KJFM brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, PJ Salon, and Northeast Missouri Title Company. Also by Penrod Real Estate, Louisiana Auto Sales and Rentals, and Crazy Ladies Garden Center.
Final from Palmyra.
Wow.
45-0.
Quick game.
Yes, it was.
And
less than 2 hours.
Yeah, and that breaks that string. It just seemed like Palmyra had Bowling Green's number for years now. And all the way back to the days of Adam Holt.
Not tonight.
The streak is broken, and in convincing fashion at 45-0. A shutout of Palmyra at home.
Set up an intriguing matchup next week right here, as Bowling Green will come to Montgomery. And that game will go a long way towards deciding who's going to win the EMO conference.
Yeah. I just I don't know what Montgomery can do when a line is actually bigger than theirs.
Well,
over to the far side, running on second down, and Keenan James, did he get enough? Looks like he did to move the chains and get a fresh set for the Wildcats. As Bowling Green has a dominant line.
That they do. And they're probably going to get better because they lost some guys, so there's some
growing
that needs to be done. Sounds like they grew quite a bit tonight.
Up the middle and caught for no gain.
Big hit that time.
Reichert.
Looked like maybe Luck on the tackle. 77 was in there as well for Louisiana.
Felderworth.
No gain on the carry.
2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. They've only been stopped one time tonight without points, and that was the interception. Quarterback will keep it on a run. They've got him wrapped up and brought down for a loss. That's a nice play defensively for number 20, Will Shepard.
Brower's going to lose a couple. And I'm officially out of slots for runners.
Make it 3rd and 11. 10.5 to play in the ball game. Bulldogs on the board, trying to make it look a little more respectable.
Well, if they can stop them here and get the ball back, I would expect Louisiana to score again.
Yep. Roll out. Brower to the far side, and that is caught for a first down.
He lost the coaching staff from Louisiana saying he dropped it.
But they're going to say it's a completion and a first down. Yeah, the Bulldogs were emphatic. They give him the 19-yard gain.
I think it was number 22, Reichert, with the catch.
2 minutes gone here in the 4th. And Montgomery County moves the chains even with the second string offense.
Well, now they're going to say it was James, not Reichert.
Yeah, only one number different, 23. And the Flag comes out from the back judge, and they'll move it back 5 yards.
That might be a play clock.
Yeah.
Delay.
Since both of them say 0 right now. Yep, delay game is the call. They'll move it back 5 yards and replay the down. 1st and 15 now. Low snap, it's fumbled and picked back up, but kneeling down was the quarterback, Jaser Brower. He tried to stand back up and run away.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
No. Lost about 5 more yards. It'll be 2nd and 20. Clock moving inside 10 minutes.
Loss of 5, they say.
Brower quickly back to the line. He's rolling out. He wants to throw. Puts it away. Couldn't find a target. Moves it upfield and jumps in the air, trying to maybe draw a late hit. Didn't get it.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise that. That's a good way to get
land on your head.
Smoked, actually. Cooper Lumley had him teed up. But he got out of bounds before he could lay the lumber on him. So what they're going to say, a gain of 4?
Yeah.
And they'll take their time. However, the clock is stopped with him running out of bounds.
No reason to hurry up if the clock stopped, right? Low snap again. Brower takes it himself and almost lost the handle on it as he was bottled up by Caps and a number of other Bulldogs. Clock running. Be 4th and 13.
Doesn't appear they're going to punt.
Do they not have a punter?
Well, they're not bringing one out if they do. A lot of them just let the quarterback.
Yeah, that looks like what he's going to do. They put a man back to return it. Ooh, kicked it straight up in the air. No distance on this one. It goes out of bounds.
That was about
at the 35.
Yeah, about a
10-yard punt.
14-yard punt. Yeah, not very long. So the defense holds for Louisiana. They'll get it back with 8:39 to play.
See if they can cut into this.
I'm just telling you right now.
County lead.
Put Quincy Hutt in the backfield, get a couple blocks for him. None of these younger guys are going to be able to catch him.
Very doubtful.
If you can get him in space. But he's back at the wide receiver spot.
All by his lonesome on the far side. Wouldn't be surprised if they threw it that way on first down. No one lined up against him.
Team Harrison in the backfield.
Well, that's a handoff to Shepard, and he's going to lose 5 yards.
Shepard's first carry of the night. The jet sweep with the wide receiver. Loses him, 4, maybe 5. That's what they're going to call it on the scoreboard. I think it's going to be 4.
Balls between the 38 and 39-yard line. Loss of 5 on the play.
Uh-oh. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to get out of here before anything
happens.
happens.
Is there rain floating around here somewhere? That'd be revolting.
Hand off.
If we get wet in the 4th.
Nope. He kept it. Ethan Harrison going down the far sideline, and he is going to go in for the score. Touchdown, Louisiana.
62 yards, it looks like. I don't see a flag.
I see nothing. It makes it 38-13. See if we can keep this perfect night going for the Kickers.
Actually, it may have been a little longer than that. I don't think so.
Yeah, it was right at 60.
62, yeah.
So Louisiana.
That's what we're going to call it.
2 touchdowns here in the second half. Making it look a little more respectable. On for the extra point. Kick is rocketed. No good. And that ends the perfect night for our kickers. I think I jinxed them saying that beforehand. 38-13 our score.
That's it.
Montgomery leads Louisiana, but Louisiana a couple of touchdowns here in the second half on Eagle 102.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
The best coverage of high school sports is on KJFM. Brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
38-13, number 13 into the end zone for the Bulldogs. Ethan Harrison, a sophomore, cuts into this Montgomery lead, and they'll kick it off with 7:47 to go in the fourth quarter.
He actually faked us out. Faked the handoff to Wyatt, took it around right in and got open on the sideline and turned on his speed, showed his speed. As I mentioned, he's been a good running back, but now he's at the quarterback spot and showed that speed on that play.
Is this kid in front of us playing like Super Tecmo Bowl, or is that an early Madden that he's playing down there?
Don't pay any attention to that stuff, you kids. Onside kick?
Yeah.
That was hit too soon. I think it hit 14, didn't it?
I think it did, but I don't know if
I don't see a flag.
Yeah, and Louisiana gets it. Louisiana recovers, and now the official is going to come in from the near sideline and say, no, that hit 14. Illegal touching.
Where is his flag?
Yeah, he didn't throw it, did he?
No. You can't make this up as you go. I mean, if you missed it, you missed it. Throw the flag.
Yep. Yeah, there was no flag on the field.
It is the right call, however.
Yeah.
So, even though he didn't throw a flag and Louisiana was celebrating, it was all for naught.
Yeah.
Montgomery will get it at the Louisiana 48-yard line. Or Montgomery will get it at the Louisiana. Did I say that? Montgomery will get it at the Louisiana 48, yeah.
You got there.
It's getting late. Past my bedtime. It'll really be past my bedtime when I get home.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats, and nothing going there.
Well, the
Busted
snap was low, and then Breyer just kind of pitched it to Reichert, and when he looked up,
Russell Price was all over him.
Katie barred the door, yeah. Loss of 4.
So 2nd and 14.
Reichert's going to go back to the huddle and say, Breyer, you keep that one. Don't get me strung up like that.
Clock moving down to 7:13 to play. Here in the fourth quarter, play clock down to 14. 2nd and 14 for the Wildcats. They're taking every bit of time. Play clock down to 3. Low snap. Quarterback going to keep it. Goes around the far side, got the yardage back, and then a couple more. Brower.
Going to get about 10 maybe.
Yep.
Not quite that many. Where are they going to mark it? To 45?
Let's say
46?
3rd and 7.
Yeah.
Almost 8. Yeah, scoreboard says 3rd and 8. We'll agree with that. So big 3rd down play here for the Bulldog defense. Pitch. Gets to the near side, and he's going to be stopped short right at the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs. but manageable if they want to go for it.
Yeah, Rackett's going to be about 1.5 yards shy. Give him 7 on the carry. And they look like they're going to go for it.
On 4th down in Louisiana territory. See if the Bulldogs can get a stop here and a turnover on downs. Low snap. Back to throw. Got around a man, and I think he's got the yardage before he's knocked out of bounds. And then another late hit, and Brower was holding his head like he got hurt. He kind of got wrapped up in the kicking net there. But we're going to add 15 to this, a second late hit tonight on the Montgomery quarterback.
Yep, that's going to be on HUD, I'm afraid. And they'll have first down yardage, so a gain of 3 on the carry by Brower. And then they'll add another 15.
Mike Quincy's trying to plead his case that the quarterback pulled him.
Or are they go? No, they're not going to pick it up. They act like they're going to pick it up there for a second.
So he doesn't win the argument.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Clock stops midway point of this 4th quarter. The medics think the game's over. They're leaving.
Well, after that hit, they might want to stick around. Got to be careful with that, you know. Coach Kleekamp might say, okay, if that's the way this is going to be, I'll bring the big boys back in.
Yeah. 1st and 10 after the penalty. Roll out. Quarterback keeps it again. That's Brower, and he's tripped up. He could add first down yardage if it weren't for that foot tackle.
Actually may have gone in. He had one guy to beat. But they're going to give him 5 on the carry.
Clock runs down to 5:40. 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats inside the Bulldog 20. A little deflating not getting that stop on 4th and 2.
That's a fact. Could have got the ball back and probably scored again.
Yep. Would have had some time to work with. Pitch out to the near side. Rumbling forward is number 22, Dawson Reichart.
Down to about the 11. They'll give him first down, so a gain of 6.
And there's even another first down they can get at the 1 yard line. 1st and 10 from the 11 of the Bulldogs.
As they run the play clock down under 5 most of the time with this group.
That'll put the game clock at about 4:50 by the time they snap the ball. Almost 4:45. Quarterback keeps it up the middle and inside the 5 to about the 3 yard line. It'll be 2nd and about 2.
Gain of about 9 on the carry.
Well, make it 2nd and 1.
And Montgomery knocking on the door again.
4:20 to play. And there is a first down to get before they cross the goal line. And timeout taken.
Who called timeout?
The defense with 4:05 to go. Louisiana takes a timeout, down 38-13 on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
38-13. Montgomery trying to add to that lead here in the 4th quarter. They've got the ball 2nd and 1 from the 3 of the Bulldogs. They're trying to punch it in here. Louisiana didn't like what they saw from the Montgomery offense. They call a timeout.
We would like to remind all fans, hot foods are half price at the concession stand.
4:05 to play in the game.
Get a late supper taken care of tonight or lunch tomorrow.
38-13.
Well, it's been an interesting game.
It has.
Louisiana's shown a little life in the second half.
They have.
See if they can stop them here.
Oh,
that's going to be a fumbled, and Breyer again went down on one knee. He's got to learn that once your knee's down with the ball, you're down.
You're done.
So a loss of
about 6. It'll be 3rd and 7.
He's had quite a roller coaster. That's his 10th carry.
Yep.
-1, -5, +4, +3, +6, +3, +5, +9, -6. Up and down for young Mr. Breyer.
3:25 to play. Goes into a deep shotgun. They put a man in motion. Give is up the gut. And nothing there.
Reichert nearly ran into Luttrell, who was coming in motion. That was a messed up play.
And again, Price right there to wrap him up.
Loss of 3.
2 on the play.
Luttrell's, or check that, Reichert's had a similar kind of running night. Pluses and minuses all over. So it'll be 4th and 10. As you said, they can get a first down at about the, 2-yard line?
They're going to try and kick a field goal here. It's the backup kicker, which is Dominic Luttrell.
No, that's not. Isn't that Abercrombie?
Oh, it is. It is. I'm sorry. Looked like a 7 the way he was standing. High snap. Ooh. He had a short leg that one and still put it through.
What, a 30-yarder again?
Makes it 41-13. Montgomery County with 2:32 to go in the 4th quarter on Eagle 102.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorite Water Ice, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Bank of Louisiana ensures their customers are always in the know when it comes to their banking. Bank of Louisiana's top-of-the-line mobile banking service allows you to check account balances, view your account history, transfer funds. Plus, you can pay your bills all on one app. Call Bank of Louisiana for more information or visit bola.cc.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season with Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center, Bank of Louisiana, and a taste of Philly.
2:32 to play, 4th quarter. Montgomery, another field goal from Evan Abercrombie, makes it 41-13.
He's got a leg.
Yes, he does.
How many times we said that tonight? Now we'll see if he can boot one into the end zone. Got a little crosswind.
Yeah.
Right now.
9:21 is the time. 2:32 left in the ball game. There he goes. Let's see if he can step into one here. Nope. Squibs it over the up man. Fielded on the far side. A little head of steam there and knocked out of bounds, and a late hit. A little return of the favor there.
Yeah, Hutt picked it up about the 15. It's out to the 20, looks like a 32, I should say. So 17 yards on the return.
Well, Brower was thinking that the call was against the Bulldogs. We'll see. I think they're going to add 15 yards to this.
Well, we'll see momentarily.
2:27 left in the ball game. See if the Bulldogs can.
Well, I guess what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right?
Yep.
As they used to say.
That's what you didn't want to see, though. Is someone be inspired to retaliate?
No, not in a game that's been decided for a while.
Uh-huh. So they'll move it out near the 50-yard line. Actually make it the 46.
Louisiana takes over first down to 10 at their own 46.
Team Harrison in the backfield again.
Uh-huh. Rolling off a tackle is Wyatt. Gets about a yard after he was initially stopped for a loss. Make it 2nd and 9.
Wyatt Harrison on the carry.
2:10 to go in the ball game. Eagle 102 post-game show coming up. Thank our great sponsors for tonight's action: Lynn's Heritage House, PJ Salon, and Northeast Missouri Title Company. Also Penrod Real Estate, Louisiana Auto Sales and Rentals, and Crazy Ladies Garden Center. Glad you're with us, either on the radio at Eagle 102, 102.1, KJFMradio.com, the KJFM radio app, our YouTube channel. You can also find us on Twitter at Eagle 102 Sports and on Facebook. Wyatt Harrison over on the far side gets another 3-4 inches. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
Didn't give him much, did they? We're going to call it no gain. He stayed in bounds, however, so the clock continues to run.
Down to 1:20, and the folks start to file out.
Again, reminding the fans as you leave, all hot food is half price at the concession stand.
On 3rd and 8, 1:05 to go in the ball game. High snap, they're throwing, and it's out of bounds. Intended target was Quincy Hutt on the Louisiana sideline, and there's that wind you were talking about.
Yep, we're going to hope that it doesn't blow in rain for about another 20 minutes. And we'll be hopefully on our way home.
It may be 10.
You're saying I'm going to have to add fast? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
I'm not really that fast in addition. I may have to get the old calculator out.
On 4th down, they're going for it. Keep it on the ground, and sacked is Ethan Harrison for a loss, and that's a turnover on downs with 56.6 seconds to go.
Yep, loss of 4.
Is that our first turnover on downs tonight?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Either side?
I believe that's
Had a
correct.
few of them last week. 41-13. And if you're Montgomery, you just kneel down a couple of times this time, right?
Well, that's what I'm doing. But since it's the young crew in there, I'm betting that isn't happening. They want these guys to get a little live varsity playing time.
1st and 10 from the Bulldog 42-yard line. 41-13 our score. Montgomery has been in control since the early going.
By golly, they are going to kneel on it. Good for them.
Louisiana almost took a neutral zone penalty there.
Brower took a knee on the play.
Down to 40 seconds. Eagle 102 post-game show is just around the corner. They'll kneel it down one more time. That'll do it. They're going to come to the sideline. 41-13 is our final. Montgomery County over Louisiana. We'll be back with the post-game show for you after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 post-game show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Pike County, Missouri Health Department is accepting appointments for upcoming COVID vaccination clinics. Appointments can be made online at www.pikecountyhealth.org or by calling our office at 573-324-2111. These will be on a first-come, first-served basis. Stay up to date with more clinics by subscribing to our PCHD e-news. If you do not have internet access, please call our office and ask how we can help you stay informed.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Well, Mother's Night at Montgomery, and they treated all the moms to a good one for the home side. Louisiana, they got to figure something out. They lose this one 41-13. They've been outscored now 81-13 over their first two games. But we saw some positives. Quincy Hutt had a couple of big plays on offense and defense, and I think it's just a matter of maturing this offense. They are young.
They are, and as you said, they showed some life in the second half. Granted, it wasn't top defense for Montgomery, but you take what they give you. If that's who they want to play, you take advantage of it, and Louisiana did. But they've got a long ways to go.
41-13 is our final. We'll take a break. Let the mathematician continue his work. We'll check some scores from around the area as well when we continue the Eagle 102 postgame show after this.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
The area's best coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, and All Parts.
Final in this one, Montgomery County 41, Louisiana 13, and some final numbers for tonight's game.
Yeah, 697 total yards for Montgomery County, 243 for Louisiana. 6 penalties for 60 yards for Louisiana, 8 for 70 for Montgomery. A turnover each, and pretty dominant at almost 700 yards in offense.
Wow.
That's a bunch.
Yep, and they didn't do it flashy. They just put the ball on the ground and ran.
They really had no big plays at all. No touchdowns over 10 10 yards.
Yeah.
Well, actually a 24-yard pass, but on the ground, everything was close. No great big long plays, just a bunch of 10, 12, 15. As you said early in the game, seems like every play was about 10 yards out of the gate.
Yeah, and then and on top of that, the night from Abercrombie kicking the football. Hit a couple long
35 and 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra field goals was perfect on extra points. We only missed one extra point all night.
Yep, the kickers showed very well. Let's run down some scores real quick. 36, this is the third quarter, 36-14 North Shelby over Northwest of Hughesville. Duchesne still leads Macon 21-14 in the fourth. Monroe City 38-7 over Winfield Ellsbury. That's in the fourth. In the third, Pittsfield 31-7 over Riverton. Hannibal defeated Jeff City 40-13. Marceline 20-0 in the Bell game over Brookfield. Quincy Notre Dame 59-0 over Rock Island Alleman. Wow, Hallsville beat Centralia 46-12. Ooh. Highland 61-0 over Missouri Military. And we told you earlier, 45-0 Bowling Green over Palmyra. Troy in Palmyra. Listen to this score. Troy beats Warrenton 72-12. Woo! You got to be kidding me. West Grand came back and leads South Shelby after being behind at half. They lead 40-20.
That's a big swing.
Yeah, it is. Big swing. So that's the scores from around the area. Again, 2 games tomorrow. Banfar and Wright City. And Mark Twain will travel to Lexington.
Yeah, Lexington on the other side of the state to fill that hole that they had pop up in their schedule. Tonight's action on Eagle 102 brought to you in part by Lynn's Heritage House, PJ Salon, Northeast Missouri Title Company, also by Crazy Ladies Garden Center, Louisiana Auto Sales and Rentals, and Penrod Real Estate. Oh, let's just look at the softball that we've got planned for you next week. Tuesday, we'll have Bowling Green hosting Ellsbury. Bowling Green off to a good start. We'll first look at Ellsbury this season. And then Thursday, we'll go to Van Far as the Lady Indians host the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. So Tuesday, Thursday for softball and more football a week from tonight with Week 3 action here on KJFM.
Ellsbury off to a pretty good start, too, so that could be an interesting game on Tuesday.
41-13, our final. Montgomery County over Louisiana. Montgomery improves to 2-0. Louisiana falls to 0-2 on the young season. For Jim Ross, Mark Froning saying we'll see you next week for more high school sports here on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.